Hi guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for The Twilight Zone, issue 1. And usually I wouldn't get this printed. Usually I get these type of comics digitally, because we do get the indie comics for free. So I did decide to get it printed this week because I wasn't getting that many comics, and I was kind of looking forward to The Twilight Zone. But before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a little update. Actually, a big update. First, humongous update is DarkAvengerINC is moving the comic Frontline. DarkAvengerINC will be an archive channel. So please subscribe to Comic Frontline. We are moving February 11th. Doesn't mean that you should stop watching DarkAvengerINC at this moment, because we're still doing stuff on DarkAvengerINC. But on February 11th, we will be moving to Comic Frontline in a big way. So please subscribe to Comic Frontline, and you can hear more about that on Chris's video on DarkAvengerINC on an announcement video. Now, of course, we also have our DarkAvengerINC award show where we talk about all the comic books in 2013, what we loved in different categories. We worked super hard on it, so please check that out. Also, that'll be annotated. And of course, Comic Uno episode 29, which doesn't have any exclusive comics this week because there weren't a lot of comics that came out this week, but it's still a great show with comic books. Every comic I've read this week in one show in a countdown type version, so please check that out. That'll also be annotated. But let's talk about The Twilight Zone, issue 1. Again, I was kind of looking forward to this just because it is a thriller-like comic book or a thriller-like series, and I do like The Twilight Zone. It's a nostalgic type show, and obviously not because I lived at that time, but just a nostalgic show in general. And I do like the cover. This is kind of like the theme song of The Twilight Zone. The art's okay, a little blotchy here, and I'm going to say the same thing for the inside of the series, art-wise. It is a little blotchy, the art. Maybe at the same time, a little cartoony. The facial expressions aren't great, so that's pretty much the art you got here, so a little blotchy. But the story is about this guy who, really, I think I've read this so many times because I just saw Wolf of Wall Street, so it's been reminding me of that movie. But it's about this guy cheating the system, who is gonna go to jail at any moment now. But he goes to this company who is gonna able to change his identity in a real way and take a pill to really change the physical identity of him and change his name. So in the end, it works. You know, he's happy. He doesn't have much money, but he's not in jail because he was gonna lose all his money anyways. But in the end, we get to see that his identity, I guess the company's using his identity. He's like, well, that's me. Wait. And he's supposed to go to jail. So that's semi-interesting. It was an interesting cliffhanger, but I did not really love this issue. I was pretty bored throughout it. And it didn't really feel like The Twilight Zone. Yeah, we had this secret company, you know, but it didn't feel really thriller-like. It just felt like a different series, honestly. You couldn't name this anything. It could be called The Pill, The Identity. I could see that, but, you know, it didn't have that stamp of The Twilight Zone in my mind. Yeah, again, in the ending, there are some Twilight Zone shockers, but I think it would have been better if this was a one-shot and every issue was a different episode, really. Just like The Twilight Zone was known for, that it was a different show every episode. It was a different topic, a different story. It was always a one-shot story. And I think that's what the comic should have followed through. I feel like, again, this felt like a different series because it is continuing after this. How long will this story last? How will there be other stories? That way people could jump onto this. So I think that layout should have been thought out a little bit more. The art, again, was just okay. The facial expressions were pretty plain, a little blotchy, the art. But honestly, I really couldn't get into this one. The last part did make me interested, but I don't think interested enough to really buy it again for, I think it's a $3.99 book. Yeah, $3.99 book. So I'm going to give this 3 stars. Wasn't horrible, but I wouldn't really pick this up. I mean, maybe give it a try, but if you're expecting a real nostalgic Twilight Zone, I didn't really get that feel from the book, and I don't think I'll be getting the next issue. But who knows, maybe if I get, like this week, where it wasn't a lot of comics, and maybe I'll get the next issue, but I don't think I will. But I say maybe try it, see if it's your thing. If you like the story, pick up the next issue, but maybe try to get on sale or something, or wait for trade or something for this one. So I'm going to give it 3 stars. I'm leaning more towards don't pick it up, but hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.